I do find her saying that a lot lately. I can do it myself.
So do you feel like you do a lot of things for her that she can do herself?
I'm more of like a non-confrontational type of person, and I just like hated it, and it forced me to grow.
My baby is my greatest blessing, but she's also the biggest change I've ever experienced in my life.
Old lady cleaning the bathroom. And we're just like, oh, you got a maid? You know, like, you're not my roommate. She was my roommate.
I do need for him to, be able to control his emotions and control himself and not just want to pop off.
I need to know that you got me. If something goes down, I don't need you pushing me towards the danger.
I don't know if it was like a big lizard or a little iguana.
It got me. It ate me. We're done because I'm passed out. If you can wake up then and get your breakfast eaten, and then you can do your own morning routine. That's brush your teeth, wash your face, put her lotion on, put her clothes on. That's her morning routine. She usually has braids, so it's not much to do there. And one morning she did wake up. Like when I woke up, she came down here for a minute. She ate, her little breakfast, and then she went upstairs. She did her little morning routine. I still had to but anytime I touched anything, she's like, I can do it myself. She's so, I don't know. Because I do find her saying that a lot lately. I can do it myself.
So do you feel like you do a lot of things for her that she can do herself?
Probably. Yeah. And I will, it sounds like an excuse, but I am not a good person with managing my time to be early enough for it to take an hour and a half for her to get fully ready, you know what I mean? And so a lot of times it's just because we got to get on out of here, I will go ahead and put her shoes on, or I will go ahead and put her socks and her whatever on, or wash her face and put her lotion on, just for the sense of saving time.
Right. So, but what we were saying is that maybe you're saving time, but it's creating other things.
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, I feel like I gave Melissa enough freedom and set her up to where she could do things on her own. But I also feel like she was also kind of well, but you're still supposed to be doing more. So it's kind of I gave her the freedom, but it was still she didn't want as much freedom.
Oh,
this is when she got older. Younger, yeah, they want freedom, they want to be able to do it themselves, and I feel like they kind of worked out for us when she was younger. But when she got older, I feel like she did not want as much freedom. She would have wanted me to be more hands-on with doing more things for her. But in my mind, I was always if I'm not around or if I'm in a different place, I want you to be able to know how to cook, how to wash
self-sufficient dishes, yeah,
right, how to manage your money. I want you to know and be able to just know all these things. And I feel like she probably would have wished she would have got a higher allowance. That's what I'm talking about, more of that, instead of being yeah, you're gonna earn this allowance. But more no, because I'm your child and I need an allowance. I feel like I should be getting it. No, I want you to earn it. Like that type of thing.
So, yeah, I'm sure I still have a whole lot to learn because mine is very young, and I'm sure we are going to have all of the phases because she's got fight and personality and attitude and all of that stuff. So we shall see.
Good times ahead. Good times.
Yeah.
There was something I was going to ask, but I was going to wait for Shanita to be here because I wanted her opinion on it. Because you remember how we were talking about how you wanted your daughter to have a sibling. You would have preferred for your daughter to have a sibling. And so I don't have a sibling, so I can't relate. So I kind of wanted Shanita here to get her opinion on it, because I feel like I've never heard her say anything like that. So I don't know what her thoughts would be on that.
You've never heard her say anything if she had kids, she'd want to have two, or?
or the reason for it, so that they could always have each other. Like, I don't want to talk too much about her and what she has said in the past without her being here to explain stuff. But
so I'll just say what I said, because I don't remember what we were talking about, but I was saying that, although I never really imagined myself having kids, once I had Carrington, because I know how close I am with my siblings, right? And they work my nerves, but they're also like my people. Like, when it goes down, like, I know who my people are and they are my people. But I also know that every sibling relationship is not like that. Which, I always find that to be so interesting. You know what I mean? Like, when you grow up together and kind of have like, I won't say the same experience, but similar experience, or in the same setting, or whatever you want to say. It just seems like you guys, like, it would create a very deep bond, right? And I especially now, my mother, she is, sometimes she gets sick, and so when things happen with her, it's not just me who checks on her. My sister checks on her, my brother checks on her. You know what I mean? So it's a group effort, and I couldn't imagine having to do all of the things by myself. Like, and then if when a parent dies, like, you have to do all of that by yourself, with, like, maybe you'll have a spouse or a partner or whatever who will help you, but like, like, when it comes to making decisions and stuff like that, it just seems like it'd be better to have a support system. But I mean, other people, I guess they, maybe that's why they have like a bunch of friendships that are like meaningful friendships, and they have cousins who are like siblings, which Carrington does have, so
yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I can't relate. Like, that has never been a thought in my mind, like, ever in life.
And that's the thing. So I guess if you never had it, you don't miss what you never had, right? Whereas I know what it's like, and so I can't imagine it just being me. And so I kind of struggle with the idea of it just being Carrington. But yeah, I'm just gonna struggle with the idea because we're not doing that. So yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be like you. She won't even imagine it. Like,
Right. Like,
yeah.
If anything, she may hear you say it and she may like take on some of that, but if she don't hear you say it, it would never cross her mind.
But see, but wouldn't you kind of disagree? Because you said Melissa was kind of like, you think she would have liked to have other kids around her age.
To play, not for the other things that you said. Only for playing. Only for 24-hour playing. And the good part, like, if she found out there would be arguing and she would have to share and all those things, then she wouldn't be for it.
Okay, so that is a good topic. So yeah, like, I have 4 siblings. It's 5 including me. And there's a lot of perks and there's a little disadvantages to it. One, you never get any privacy. Like, you never get any privacy. And then if, you was like us, we only had 1 bathroom. So, I mean, it was always you fighting over the bathroom, you being rushed. Like, now, and you know what? Maybe that's why I never really wanted a roommate. I think I just like, I enjoy like the peace and quiet. Like, I can just sleep when I want to, I can stay in the bathroom however long I want to do it. Like, it's stuff like that I think people that have no siblings take for granted. But it's a lot of benefits too. Like you said, that you do, like, you get to play, you get, you have a pretty much a guaranteed best friend, because you're gonna do, especially if you have some that's close, and if you have the same sex siblings. Like I have one sister, and then I have 3 brothers. So a lot of me and my sister, we played together. My brothers, well, it was a muscle arguments there, but I mean, it's like, it's still memories and fun, like, you know, especially like on Saturday mornings. For us, it's like it was just our thing. Like while we waiting for breakfast, you know, to be cooked or whatever, we watching like cartoons, and it's just like those moments that all of us are watching the same shows, like what is it, like Family Matters, Full House, stuff like that. Like we all had to kind of watch the same thing at the same time, because I mean, I'm trying to think. I think we did have TVs in our room. I can't really remember. But for whatever reason, like for us to watch TV, most of the time it was like in the living room. So it was pretty much whoever was watching it, we all was watching it. But like holiday times was the best. Like, I mean, it's nothing but laughs, fun. But honestly, I would not want 5 children. Like I only wanted 2, because I think, you know, like when you're taking vacations and stuff like that could become like really expensive. And for us now, like it's super expensive for kids, like daycares, all of that stuff. And like for us, you know, I didn't ever have to go to daycare. We went to like Head Start, but you know, I had older siblings, so they could watch us or whatever, and we didn't have to go to daycare. Now my escape was when I went to Crystal's house, because it was just her. So, and for the most part, I'm trying to think. Yeah, actually, my sister didn't really come with me. So to me, that probably wasn't a break for her, but it was a break for me to be able to go, and it's just us. Like, those were the days. I loved going up there. I'm trying to think, but yeah, overall, I only want 2 kids. Honestly, if I would have started younger, I probably would have wanted 3. Unless I get triplets, but I don't want triplets. I want twins though. But for the most part, yeah, I just want 2. But I'd be happy with 1 now. I didn't never want my child to be the only sibling. And it's only because I know how it is to have siblings. So it's just, oh, you know, I wish I could have experienced some of that too. But yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't want my sibling to be now. Now, I know with some, I think like Takara was saying, you know, if a parent gets sick or something like that, then, you know, that leaves. But you have to, it all depends on your siblings, because sometimes it can still all fall on that one sibling and not, you know, even though you have multiples, they may not be doing anything. So it just all depends. But there is perks and disadvantages to anything, but overall, it just depends on, I guess, your siblings. Like you can't really pick them, but growing up, like definitely I would have rather have siblings than not. But surprisingly, and I think I've said this before, so many people think I'm the only child, and I don't know if it's the way I act or what, but so many people are like surprised to know that I have siblings, and then to have that many. Like, I kid you not, like it's been so many times I had to tell people, no, I got siblings. Like they always thought that I was the only child. I don't know why. I don't feel like I act like the only child, even though some people say that they feel like I have to have things my way. That's neither here nor there. Anyways, continue on.
Oh, okay.
No, she only, in her mind, I'm sure it's only the good side of it.
Like you can play with my stuff for now, but just know you're going home in the morning. Yeah.
Right. And so I don't know, like it's just so weird. Like we're both only kids, but we have different personalities. So like I didn't mind sharing. She mind sharing. Like she needs you to know that this is mine and I'm in control of it, and I will tell you when, where, and how you can use it. And I've always kind of been like, well, You can use. I don't really care for it. Like it is what it is. Probably for me, I'm probably more controlled than Melissa. So I'll probably be like, if it was something I cared about, you would never know it existed. So that's probably what it is. Like I wouldn't put myself in a situation to show that control. I would only show you things that I didn't care about.
So this is a funny story, and it just reminded me. So one day, this is random, but one day, my grandfather gave me a ride to work, and he was going to pick me up. This is when I was like, I don't know, a teenager or something. No, probably I was like in my early 20s, maybe. And so he had this foot massager thing in the back seat, right? And I said, "Oh, that thing is still back here. You haven't taken it out the car. You haven't used it, you know?" And then when he picked me up, it was gone out the car. And I was like, "What happened to that thing? It's been sitting there for ages." And he said, "Well, when folks start asking about your stuff, you should put it away."
Absolutely. He already know. He
had not used, and it had been sitting there. And he was like, "Nope."
I ain't mad at him. That's wisdom right there. That is true wisdom. That was not gonna happen.
And I don't even know that I asked, could I have it, but I was just inquiring about it. He was like, "Nope." Nope. When folks start asking, you need to put your stuff up.
Yes, absolutely.
And so that just, you reminded me of that story when you said, if I have something that I really care about, people probably won't even know it exists.
Yes. And so I love that for him. I love that you didn't have to ask, like you didn't say, can I use it? You didn't say where it come from. You just made a quick mention and that was it. He said, "Oh no, we're not doing that."
I mean, and I know it had sat there for a long time. Literally, but in between him dropping me off and picking me up, it was gone.
Wow.
Yeah, he was not playing. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was a funny little story.
Yeah. But I think like my point of view of that to me is like, I feel like sometimes like when I hear people say that, it's like they don't enjoy the outside world. Like they like because they have that bond with their sibling. It's like, yes, this is my number one priority. And you, in my mind, you just completely miss the whole world. Like you would never know, like you have no desire to want to know what's outside, all the good things, the different things, like the new things, the crazy and weird things. You would just completely miss it and never know it exists.
And think, is that my personality? It is, right? I absolutely do not go seeking new friendships. I don't go trying to figure out where the it thing is at, where the party's at, although I like to buy clothes, not necessarily to wear anywhere because I don't too much want to go anywhere. But you're right. Like, but let my sister or my brother call me and be like, "Let's go eat," or the kids, let's take the kids to do XYZ. Okay, I'm there. Sign me up. I'm gonna be late, but I'm gonna come.
Oh no, honey. I have siblings and I do want to meet people outside my siblings. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like probably my sister is the one that I hang out with the most, and that's only because she's like the closest and then the only single one. Everybody else married. But honestly, like I like hanging out with my siblings, plus I like hanging out with other people. And then I like hanging out with myself. So I guess it just depends on the person.
And like, you know, like and you're just happy with that. And to me, I just feel like we come into this whole big world to hang around 5 people. Like, I don't know, for me, that's like you feel sad that I don't have those people. And I feel sad that you only want to hang around those people. Like you're missing out on like people and continents and diversity and like new experiences and smells and tastes and experiences, like everything.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's so weird. People do such weird things. Like
but you would never know that if you don't step outside of like your area.
No, it's because like I've seen a couple of them, people outside of my area, and they are so weird.
But there's probably people that's even weirder. right?
I know.
Where did that come from? Like, you don't
Miss
want to
me
know
with that.
where did that come from? What make you do that? Like, how does that happen? Like, is it even weird? Is that normal? Maybe I should be doing it. Should I be doing this weird thing over here? Maybe I'm weird for not doing it. Yes, there's just so much.
So that is so interesting. No, yes, and you totally, like I said, I guess I've become dependent on my little circle. And I don't take too much interest in things that are far outside of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
whereas you're like, oh my God, the world.
Yes. Yes. I want to see it all and know it all and just, yeah. I mean, to me, it goes back to like a conversation that we had maybe like last week when Shanita's brother was here, Tony, and we were talking about, Shanita was talking about marriage, and I was more like, I'm not really on the marriage train. For me, it's about experiences and connecting with people. And to me, that goes hand in hand. It goes with like, I want to experience and connect, and I don't want to be tied down. And I don't think people can get that. Like maybe she would agree more with you. Maybe that's why she can't understand it, because she wants to be in that close bond with like
close
people.
Connection, right?
Right. And I want to see everything, and like I don't think I could do that if I'm tied down.
Stifled circle.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's how you probably would feel.
Yeah.
Right. If you had to, yeah. Yeah. And honestly, that's probably why I've at one point, again, BK before Carrington, when I didn't have her, I considered like moving to Texas or being a flight attendant, because they got to travel a whole lot. But again, that was a thing that I just kind of thought about but never fully executed. And I think it's because I'm comfortable with my circle.